It's Dudes Who Bet Sports.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Dudes Who Bet Sports. We're back for Thursday, kicking off your Thursday. Big day for the channel, as always. All right, well, we're going to talk Preakness. That's what we'll start with. We'll talk NBA, NHL at the end like we have been doing. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this Preakness talk?
We were talking off the air. You know the answer. No.
Well, it's an incredible betting race. I'll say that.
Yes. Yeah. If you look at it from that way, yeah, there's several ways to go, and none of them are good.
Super good betting race. Super flawed field, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, incredible.
Yeah, and we've talked about it just between us, and it's like $100,000 race at Remington Park, or that's kind of what it feels like, and this shouldn't feel like that, and they got to do something.
Well, I told you, I said, if this field showed up for, say, like the Southwest Stakes at Oak Lawn, you would think, well, it's not the best I've ever seen, but it's not like the worst, I guess. And, but it's the Preakness. And so, and like we're saying off air, the Southwest Stakes winner would have been the favorite if he would have entered into the race, which kind of tells you.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of them that would be the favorites over this field. And it's just, I don't know. I'm sitting thinking, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So we got the Triple Crown. All right, this is being run at Laurel because it can't be run at Pimlico because they're redoing it, right?
Right. Yep.
And Belmont will be run at Saratoga.
Right.
So two of the three jewels of the Triple Crown were not even run at the place they're supposed to be at.
Well, that's what John White said all along when they've been changing this. They're like, it's really not a Triple Crown anyway. Like, Saratoga at a mile and a quarter goes, that's not the Belmont.
No.
And, now we're at Laurel, which is, is what it is. I mean, at least it's the right distance and everything like that. But there's going to be 4,800 people there. So hardly anybody's going to go. Because
how many will it hold?
I thought it would hold a lot more than 4,800. I don't know. They made it like an exclusive event. I think they're just worried about people coming in and out. I've never been to Laurel. I don't know the facility. But you would think they could get more than 4,800, but I really don't know the answer to that.
How many does Remington hold? Do you think, any idea?
I think if you compared Laurel and Remington, they're probably pretty similar. I would think you could get 10,000 people at Remington.
Yeah, I think so, by the standing and everything.
Yeah, there's two layers of seats. The apron's pretty big.
It is.
I think there's been 4,800 people at the Oklahoma Derby when we went, for sure.
Oh, I think so.
So I don't know. It's
wow,
it's weird.
That's crazy. 4,800 at a Triple Crown.
Like I said, it feels like COVID, but it's not. It's just a regular race. So well, they are going to run it. And
they are.
We're going to talk about it. So how we do it on this show, we go through all 14, we say keep or pass, and then we go back and talk about the ones we've kept. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, Taj Mahal. Keep or
I
pass?
kept it. I kept him.
Okay. Kept. Number 2, Ocelli.
I kept him.
I know. I did too. Number 3, Crupper.
No.
Me neither. Did not keep that one.
No.
Number 4, Robusta.
No.
Okay. Me neither. Number 5, Talkin.
No.
I kept him, so we'll keep him.
Okay. I'm to find out why, because I almost did, but for only one reason.
Number 6, Chip Honcho.
Yeah, but not high on him.
I say keep. We'll talk about him. Yeah. Number 7, The Hell We Did.
No.
I didn't either.
I do like the name, though.
Like the name. Love that he's the half brother of Senor Buscador, but I don't think he's winning this race. That's where I'm at with it.
Yep.
Number 8, Bull by the Horns.
Savvy's not going to have magic 2 Triple Crown races in a row.
Yeah, I can't see him getting this one. Number 9, Iron Honor.
Yes.
Okay, we kept him. Number 10, Napoleon Solo.
Yes.
Okay. Number 11, Corona de Oro.
No.
I'm with you. Number 12, Incredibolt.
Yes.
Okay. Number 13, Great White.
No.
I'm with you. No there. And number 14, Pretty Boy Maya.
I wouldn't bet this one on a $20,000 claimer at Prairie Meadows. So
all right. He's a no as well. I would definitely claim him, I would claim him, and I would also bet him in a 20K claimer at Prairie Meadows for sure.
Okay, good.
I might bet him if it was the Iowa Derby even, but I'm not a
okay, you're higher on him than I am. That's
I don't think he's terrible. I just, this is a really tough jump for him in this spot for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go through them. So we kept the number 1 Taj Mahal. Look, and I've told people, if you like horses that win, that's him. If you like horses that like Laurel Park, that's also him. Can he step up? Only one Tessio winner has came back to win the Preakness. I believe it was 1983 when that happened, so it's been a while. But your thoughts on Taj Mahal?
Okay, well, you just named them all.
Yeah.
The good stuff is he loves the track. 3 straight wins there. He's probably going to go to the front, so he could get the lead. Could he hold it? I don't know. Really, the only negative is he's never run anywhere but Laurel, and Laurel's quality isn't great. So a huge step up, but is it that huge? I don't know that it is. I think he could win. I really do. 14 horses, though. He's got that inside gate. He's going to get hit. But he does get out in front. So can he come out of the gate? I don't know.
Yeah, he's going to have to get out of the gate. My biggest and look, I think he's got a great shot to win. I don't want to talk people off of him, but my biggest concern is, his last race, he's 10 lengths clear at the half-mile pole. That's not happening this time. He's going to have a much different trip. And I'm not saying he can't handle it. I'm saying it's let's see what happens. He's going to have a much different trip. He's going to have to go faster than he did last time out. Or he's going to have to sit behind horses and then make a move. One of the two. To the half-mile pole, they ran 47.8. That is going to be much faster, I believe, this time around. And even if it's not much faster, there's at least 4, 5, 6 horses that can run that. So that's the worry on Taj Mahal.
Exactly. He's just too inexperienced to pick on top, I think. Not inexperienced, but he hasn't run against anything.
No, the horses out of the Tessio weren't very good. He's kind of, a lot of these horses just aren't very good he's been facing. Now, this field isn't very good.
That's right. That's the thing.
But it is better than the Tessio. So that's kind of where you worry. But listen, again, if you're going to sit there and go, hey, he wins, okay, that's a big check mark. The next horse we're going to talk about has never won, right? And
but I do think you need to put this horse in your exotics for sure.
I mean, if you want to do it, do it. I wouldn't hate it. All right, let's go to number 2, Ocelli. Like I just said, he's the world's most famous maiden. He is 0 for 7, 1 second, 4 thirds, but a very famous third. Last time out, just 2 weeks ago in the Kentucky Derby, third, only beaten a length by Golden Tippo and Renegade. This horse, a maiden, passed the ball and had the lead in the stretch and in deep stretch before getting passed late.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Isn't it odd that you have a maiden? I mean, this is the oddest ever. Have a maiden, and his best race is the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, and that race.
Think about that.
In that race, if he runs it here, probably means he's going to win.
It does.
Do you think he can do it?
No.
That's number 1. The pace of this race looks fast to me. That sets up for him.
Right.
But can you bet a maiden at what's probably going to be about 5-1 to win the Preakness? That's the question.
I can't.
I can't either.
Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. I can't do it.
The last time a maiden won the Preakness was in, wait for it, 1888. 1888.
Well, I would like to see how many times a maiden has ran in the Preakness.
The last one that I can remember is Bodie Express, and he bucked the jockey right out of the gate and was running around loose out there. That's the last one I remember.
Well, I don't think that's just going to happen, but
I hope not.
He has ran in the Kentucky Derby, so
the
crowd shouldn't bother him.
Nope.
I mean, nothing. Should that the question is, can he come back in 2 weeks and run like he did last week? Other horses have obviously done it.
Yep.
And I don't blame him for putting him in this. I think it's a smart move by the connections to give it a shot.
A really smart move to do it. I don't think there's any reason not to do it. And look, it does set up well for him. If he can reproduce that effort, I think we could see a maiden win the Preakness for the first time since 1888.
And wouldn't that be fitting?
It would be incredible. I said after the Derby, there's no way ever in my wildest dreams would I bet Ocelli next out. Like, not even a chance. I'm still not picking him to win, but I looked at this race and just kind of go, well, if the pace does fall apart like it looks on paper, he's got a chance to hit the board again for sure.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny if he ran all 3 Triple Crown races and hit the board in every one of them, and he's still a maiden?
Still a maiden. That would be incredible. Dennis says this may be the hardest race I've ever handicapped in my life.
Oh, no doubt.
It's one of them for sure. All right.
It's one of them, yeah.
We skipped Crupper. We skipped Robusta. All right. Talking.
Yep.
I kept him.
Okay, I want to know why.
Well, he's my top pick to win the race. That's why I had to keep
Oh, my goodness. Oh, I've got to listen to this.
Well, look, he's 20-1. I don't think you're going to get 20-1. I think it'll be more like 12 because of the Irad Ortiz factor. I think
that's
it's the biggest positive. And it's not only that Irad gets on, Rosario gets off. And I think that is a big key to this as well. I did not like the trips this horse got in either one of his prep races. I think they need to take him back and try to make one run. And instead, they were kind of pressing the pace in both those races. Tampa Bay Derby finished 5th, beaten 5 lengths. This horse got sick. He was short on work. So they just kind of rushed him in there hoping. He only got beat by 5 against a horse like the Puma, on a horse like Further Ado. You know, it was kind of like, that's not terrible. Let's see what he can go do in the Bluegrass. Well, he wasn't great. He got 3rd, beaten 12 3/4. But again, I feel like with a little bit of a different ride, he would have gotten 2nd that day. He would have improved that speed figure a little bit. I just think Irad getting aboard is a great. I think he'll do exactly what needs to be done here. I think 3rd race off the layoff, this horse is getting ready to run his best race. Is it good enough? I still think that's the question. But I like him an awful lot. I think he is the one with upside. I think he is the one that's going to run his best race. I think he's got a big time shot at a good price. So I'm going to take number 5 Talking.
Okay. I know how you handicap. This one is shocking to me. So the only reason I would have even thought about him is because of Irad jumping on him. I do like that. I don't think he would be on him if he didn't think he had a shot. So, and in this race, he might be better off taking a long shot like this, you know, because I think it could very well happen.
Look, I really, truly, honestly believe he will run the best race he's ran yet. I just have no idea if that is good enough or not. But good enough, yeah, at the price he's going to be, and for me, it's just I can't. Even though I know some of these shorter prices will be a decent 4, 5, 6 to 1, I can't get there.
I know.
So I had to go with Talking.
I don't disagree with you at all because I don't like who I picked and I don't like any of them. So
I think honestly, and we'll get to him, I think there's one horse in this field where you can pick and you at least kind of feel like maybe, you know what I mean? The rest of them, it's just like, you feel like you're just taking stabs. You really do. Because there's just holes in all of them. Right. All right, let's go to number 6, Chip Honcho. Obviously, I think we're kind of rooting for him because of the Asmussen connection there. Look, what did you think of him? You wanted to keep him.
I just don't think he proved anything. You know, he ran the 3 races at the fairgrounds and they weren't that good. And the last one was awful. So I just don't see. I don't know. I don't see how he's going to improve that much. I just don't. He lost by 11.5. I don't get it. I just don't think he's that good. So I just can't see any progression that's positive. Can you? I mean, I don't think he's got speed. I just don't, you know. I think if he was any good, Asmussen would have thrown him in the Derby, and he didn't. So I don't like him. I left
Uh,
him.
yeah. I've never liked him.
No,
And I always try to go out of my way to like the Asmussen horses.
I do too.
I've never liked this one ever. And that's the thing. Like you look at his races, they're all very average, except for one, which was in the Risen Star. I did think he ran really well that
Yes,
day.
he did. He did.
He also got off to an easy lead on a
I
speed
thought he was
favoring
going to
track.
win. I thought he
I
was
did
going to
too.
win that one.
I just think easy lead, speed favoring track. I mean, the track could favor speed at Laurel. Who knows how that will play, but I just don't think he's getting an easy lead. I don't know. He's not getting the lead at all. I think he's going to be behind horses, at least in third or fourth. I don't like it. I just can't get there with him. I never have, and
No.
look, when he won the Gun Runner, I was like, I don't think he's very good, so I just can't get there with him. Now, if he wins, I'm not gonna be shocked because this is probably the lightest field he's faced in a while, but
That's true.
I've never liked him. So
no, I don't think he can win.
I don't either. All right.
No.
We skipped 7. We skipped 8. The 9 Iron Honor. And I feel like this is totally Chad Brown is the reason why you're willing to give this horse one more shot.
Yeah. Well, he ran good the first 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened in the wood. He was bumped to begin with, but
yeah,
he just didn't do anything. He finished 7th. Let's face it, that race wasn't that strong, although O'Sully was in it. I didn't like the winner that much. But Chad Brown kind of opens your eyes, and in a race like this, he might get there. I don't know. So I've got him in my top 4. But again, you hit the nail on the head. It's only because who the trainer is.
Yeah. I feel like if you saw this horse, you go, okay, 2 starts around 1 turn and won and looked okay. And then 1 start around 1 1/8 and he faded and was chasing the pace and really never looked comfortable.
Yep.
If it's not Chad Brown trained, you're like, who cares?
That's right.
Instead, he's the favorite.
I don't think he should be the favorite.
I don't think he'll be we're going to get who I think is going to be the favorite.
Yeah, I don't think he should be the favorite.
He shouldn't be. I think it's ridiculous. I do think he'll be 5-6 to 1 though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got a couple of wins. He did win the Gotham. That's a graded race, stakes race. A lot of these have not won a graded stakes race. So,
right. Yep.
Yeah. I think he will definitely be in the top, as you said, 3 or 4.
Yep.
As far as favorite goes.
Chad Brown said we're going to take the blinkers off. We want him to relax early. To me, that's kind of telling me we're kind of going to take him back and see if he can come from out of it a little bit instead of pressing the pace. That could be good.
It could.
Listen, I think if he shows up with his best, he can win. I just am skeptical that he could do it. But I agree. I think you got to have him somewhere top 4. I didn't pick him to win though.
No.
All right, number 10, Napoleon Solo, a horse that was very brilliant as a 2-year-old and very average as a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Can he turn it around here? Third off the left for him as well.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Can he get back to the way he was when he won the Champagne by 6.5 lengths?
Yeah.
And that was impressive. And, man, he's come back as a 3-year-old and has done nothing. He was my pick. I went back again. I think I'm going to change it, but I just thought he's done more than anybody else, but he hadn't done anything this year. So you're right. Can he get it back? He hasn't shown it. He lost by only 2 3/4, which that's not that far off in the wood, but wasn't that strong a field. So
no, and well, what are you talking about? The 3rd place finisher came back to run 3rd in the Derby out of the wood. You don't think that was strong?
No.
Just wild, Look, I think he gets the lead. I'm just afraid he's going to go way too fast. Yeah.
He sure might. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought he had the most potential of any of them. What do you think of the jockey? I think he'll do okay, don't you?
Yeah, he'll be fine. I mean,
Yeah.
he is who he is. He's going to go to the front. He'll cut somebody off if he needs to. He's that kind of guy. So I don't think he might cause problem for the rest of the field, but for Napoleon Solo, he'll probably be fine.
Well, don't you think you got to put him in the top 4 or not?
I know.
Did you
I
not?
don't. No,
You don't like him?
not at all. No,
Okay.
not even a little.
Well, you might have just decided for me to change mine then, because
No, I mean, I'm not.
no, when I went over this morning and I really was concentrating a lot,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to change mine anyway. So
Okay, well, here's who you're going to change it to. I have no doubt. The last one, by the way, we skipped 11 Corona d'Oro. We skipped 13 and 14. Said no to those. I think you're changing to Incredible, and this is the horse that I feel like you kind of know that he's going to be around. My question mark with him is how good is he really? And I think it's a very tough question to answer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think I was so tired of going through all this shit by the time I got to number 12. I just wasn't thinking. I was thinking, God, every one of these suck, and they're all just alike.
Yep.
And I can't choose one from the other. Now here's this guy. I'm sick of this. So I went back this morning and I worked a lot harder on it. I don't know. The Virginia Derby's pretty impressive. I know that wasn't that good a field, but he won by 4. The only blemish is that Holy Bull.
Right.
When he was awful.
Mm-hmm.
But he was pretty good as a 2-year-old. Pretty solid in the Derby. It wasn't awful. 6th place.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I think he's got I don't know. I think he's got the most upside.
Yeah, I think he does have upside. I think he's very logical in this race. I don't care about the Holy Bull. He just didn't run a stat page. Just throw that out.
Yeah, I agree.
Look, as a 2-year-old, he ran well in the street sense. None of those horses really came back to do anything, but it's a win, right?
Yep.
The problem becomes the 2 races this year past the Holy Bull. Yes, he did win the Virginia Derby. That's he beat bad horses like a decent horse should.
Yeah.
But that was a horrible race behind him. I'm not saying his performance was horrible. I'm saying everything behind him, that is not. And yes, I know Oselli was there, but come on. Like, I'm not, Oselli was terrible that day.
Yeah.
The Derby, he ran very well.
Mm-hmm.
He also got beat by Oselli that day too. So he did lose to Oselli, who's in this field.
I know.
Every time I watch him, even his street sense, his Virginia Derby, even the Kentucky Derby, I go, he's okay. Like in a normal year, it's like, I think if you run him in the Ohio Derby, he's got a great shot to win.
Yeah.
But this kind of is the Ohio Derby.
It is. That's the thing.
And I think it was a brilliant move to bring him back. I definitely think they should have done it. So I credit Riley Mott.
I do too.
I just don't know if he's that good. But I know, don't get me wrong, I know you don't have to be that good to win here. But I don't even know if he's good enough to win here. I just think
can't we say that about them all?
To be clear, I have him in second because I think he is the most reliable horse in the race.
Well, I do too. Now that I've really analyzed it, he hasn't run that bad this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so hard because we're trying to judge who's going to win a race.
Yeah.
We can't get the fact out of our mind that this is a Triple Crown race.
Right.
It's not a Triple Crown race.
No, it is the Ohio Derby. It is.
Yeah. So we're kind of looking at it. It just now dawned on me, and I've been doing this too the whole time. I've been trying to figure out. I'm looking at this like it's a Triple Crown race.
Yeah. And
I keep thinking of these horses. They suck. Yeah. This is not a Triple Crown race. This is like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't he win the Ohio Derby? Why can't Oselli? Why can't Taj Mahal? They all can. That's the thing.
Yeah. That's the deal. Like I don't want to talk anybody off any horse here because I don't have I took a 20-1. I took a horse that
you did. You never take a 20-1.
I took a horse was in a different zip code when he ran last time away from the winner. So like, I don't I don't have a strong opinion. I do
No.
think you need to try to find some longer prices in here
Yeah.
because these favorites, you can poke so many holes. Incredible is the one you can poke the least amount of holes in, though, of the shorter prices, in my opinion.
Right. He may go down to 4-1. What do you think?
I think he's the favorite, and I think it's 3 or 4-1.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you want to bet him at that. So,
Mhm.
when's the last time you picked a 20-1 horse in anything?
Well, I mean, you might do one a week if you're when we're handicapping
Yeah,
every
when you
single
do it every
race.
day. But
Yeah.
do you ever go to the track and pick a 20-1? Not very often,
Yeah. No.
unless you throw it in, a pick 4 or a
As
pick
far as
3.
picking a 20-1 on top to win, it's
Yeah.
you don't do it very often. No.
That's right.
No.
And that just should tell everybody that's listening to this. You do this every day.
Yeah.
This is a wide open thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot treat this like it's a Triple Crown race. You treat it like what it is.
Yeah. Dennis thinks he's 3-1. I that might be a bit short, Dennis, but it might be close.
Yeah, I can see 4-1.
Yeah, and I could even see 3. I don't see anywhere where Incredible shouldn't be the favorite. He should be the favorite, in my opinion.
You're right. I just don't know. It's just been an incredibly hard race to try to figure out.
Yeah, it definitely is. Crazy Kyle seems to really like Incredible. 9 to 5. Certainly, I don't agree with that. But again, the premise that, hey, he should be the favorite. And look, I couldn't care less about the Holy Bull. That is that's irrelevant to this conversation. I don't care about the Virginia Derby at all. I don't think that's anything that's not even really relevant. I look at his street sense where I thought he ran well, and I look at his Derby where I thought he ran well. And but those two races, I think he's kind of the favorite. I also think I want to try to beat him on top. But in the pick 4s, pick 5s, Incredible has to be on the ticket. It's non-negotiable for me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see him going. I don't think I've ever seen a 5-1 go to 9 to 5. I don't think you rarely ever see that. I don't think he's going to go that low. No way.
I think the other horse that might be the favorite is Taj Mahal.
Yeah, I do too.
When they were drawn, I thought it's going to be Taj Mahal. It's going to be Incredible. I mean, it could be Oselli, but I really don't think it will because of that. Hey, we never won a race thing.
That's right.
I think it'll be Taj Mahal or Incredible.
Well, and I don't know how much this will affect. Taj Mahal's a local favorite.
Yeah, I think it will. Well, it's weird because there's only 4,800 people there.
That's right. That's what I was getting ready to say. I don't know how that can affect it that much. But
yeah.
And the other angle is too, we could have 2 female winners.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We could make history there with Brittany Russell could win on Taj Mahal, or with Taj Mahal, I should say.
Yeah.
So there could be a lot of history made.
A lot of history made, but nobody knows it because nobody's going to be watching.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I tend to agree. I have been called to do a couple shows and talk about the Preakness, so
that's good.
I think because of its name, it's still people care.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not going to watch it. I probably won't watch much of the rest of the day's races. I mean, because I thought they were horrible too.
I think the theme for most of these 2 days coming up, good betting, not the best of horses. There are some decent ones, I think, running on Saturday, but it's, it is what it is.
Well, no, it's good racing. It's just like it's racing at, I don't know, a Saturday in Iowa, or
it's better.
It's better than that, but what I'm saying is the build up, the anticipation is just not there.
No. All right, let's get to a couple comments here. Okay. Basically, Dennis said he understands the logic. He has a gut feeling Great White is going to run the best race he's ever ran. I think the best thing that happened to him was flipping. He's talking about flipping at the gate. I think he has a much better shot here. That's for sure. I
agree.
But
no doubt, I agree with that. Yeah.
I really want to like him.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find any reason to like him. That's the problem.
Yeah. But
I went into this going, okay, because I went into this going, all right, I don't want to take a maiden at a short price. I don't want the local horse really. And again, when I say this stuff, this is just my opinion. If you like those horses, go for it.
Oh, do it.
I'm not betting Iron Honor to win.
No,
I still
somebody
have
else will love him.
I still have enough question marks to want to try to get around Incredible. So you go, okay, let's look at some of these later bigger prices. Great White was one I looked at first. I can't find anything that says he can win.
But here's the thing, we all handicap differently.
Yeah, for sure.
And Dennis, if you think he's gonna, you handicap different than another person does, and in a race like this, no one's wrong, really.
No.
No,
I mean,
we're all just grasping at straws, all of us.
I told people in the Derby, don't make fun of people for their picks, because it's a ridiculous wide open race. This is the same. Don't make fun of people for picks. I mean, this is such a wide open event, and listen, I'm grasping for something too here, right?
Oh,
so I could be made fun of more than anybody for talking.
Yeah.
But, you got to. Okay, okay, this may talk you back on Napoleon Solo. There's only one grade 1 winner in the race, and he is finally healthy and comes off 2 strong works. Napoleon Solo. The grade 1 win did come around 1 turn as a 2-year-old. His 2 races this year have not been great.
Yeah.
Can he get back to his best effort? And can he show his best effort at a 1 3/16? Those are the 2.
Of us like him because of the name.
Well, I think with him, I'm very skeptical who he is around 2 turns, especially.
He's got to prove it. And
the other big problem to me, I think he's getting the lead in this race. I do think he is the fastest horse. Man, how fast is he going to have to go to get it? I'm just worried he's got a lot of pace pressure.
Yeah.
But I've been waiting for it, and maybe this is the race we see it from him.
Well, it's interesting to me to see what's Taj Mahal going to do. Got that inside gate. There's 14 horses. There's not a whole lot of different, that's a lot. Well, he gets slammed and he get knocked out of it, but now he's a speed horse. Maybe he'll come out of the gate and get ahead of all of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we don't know that either.
Yep.
So
you don't. I think Taj Mahal's chances get hurt by Napoleon Solo, and I think Napoleon Solo's chances get hurt by Taj Mahal. I think that's a big problem.
Yeah,
also, the 11 Corona de Oro has speed. I think Great White's got to go. I think Pretty Boy Maya's got to at least be up there.
Yeah. So there's a lot of speed.
I think it's a lot of speed. That's what I worry about.
So maybe we ought to get back on Ocelli.
Like I said, I never, ever, 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 ever thought I would put Ocelli on a ticket, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, it does set up perfectly for him on paper. So,
is this the trainer's first triple crown race
for
Ocelli?
Well, it would be his second since they ran in the Derby.
Oh, well, I mean, his first go around with a horse. Has he ever been in it?
Whitworth? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think he's ever been in it.
Well, we got some names here,
I'm trying to think who he's had. Let me click. I can't remember who.
And isn't it interesting? There's no Pletcher in this race.
No.
There's no Bafford.
No.
We don't have a Bafford or a Pletcher horse in the Preakness. That is weird. So,
well, Baffert can't run horses back quick anymore like he used to.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's that.
Doesn't have much this year.
And he's pretty light. Yep. That's the other thing. He's just pretty light. His one best horse ran 2 weeks ago, and he, like I said, he can't turn him around like he used to. So
Brad Cox.
Yeah, Brad Cox never runs here hardly,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, all these other trainers, they're just like, okay, on to the Belmont.
I guess so. I guess so.
Yeah. Baffert made a comment. Is like, I've never ran at Laurel. I don't know how to get up there. And it's like, what are you talking about?
You don't know how to. You know
how to get up. God. Yeah.
He didn't mean that.
No, I'm sure he didn't.
No. What he should have said was, I have a shitty stable this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh gosh. I don't know. It's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really is. It'll be a great race.
I think it'll be a fun one. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be very, very fun for sure. All right. Well, I'm trying to look for anything else. I don't see any other ones. Anyone's kind of what we've touched on already. Talking or Chip Honcho will be wise guy picks most likely. Yeah. Listen, I don't know that there is a wise guy. This is just kind of a.
They all suck.
Yeah. Yeah. They do. All right. Who's your
Don't you
top
think
pick?
Napoleon Solo will get bet down a little bit?
Yes. I think people will look at the commenter comments and goes, he's a grade 1 winner. That's the only one in the field. Yeah. He's got speed. And hey, we'll just give it a shot. You know what I mean? I
don't think Iron Honor will be the favorite.
I don't either.
Yeah.
No, I don't either.
He hasn't done enough.
No. Yeah. Here's the last one. No talk about Pretty Boy Maya. He's been getting some interest from other handicappers. It's a lot. You're got to break from the 14. You're facing, even though this is a weak bunch, you're facing a much, much tougher challenge. There's a ton of other speed in the race. I think it's too much.
Yeah,
I think it's way
2 wins are a maiden and a starter allowance.
Yeah, at Aqueduct.
Listen,
I've got him on my fantasy team. I claimed him, but I just think he's over.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And look, you say something like, man, this is just too much, but this is a very different situation than normal. So
yeah. Again, this is not a Triple Crown field.
No. He also stretching out in distance for the first time. Those races were, I think it was 6.5 furlongs and then a mile. Now he's got to go a mile and 3/16. I just think it's a tough spot. Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't think My Net Bird would win. We didn't think Rich Strike would win. So
well, no.
So if you're on that horse, go for it.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, if you love him, if you see something you love about him, do it. But I can't. If you're asking my opinion, no, I don't think he can do it. That's where I'm at.
I agree.
Yeah, this is last thing here. I think once the Belmont goes back to 1.5 miles, you will see more of the Derby horses in the Preakness.
That's a good point.
That's true. I do think being at 1.25 miles, it's a much more favorable situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to go another 1/16 of a mile.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts on talking? It looks like Eddie just joined us. Thoughts on talking?
Eddie, you missed it.
That's what I picked to win. Yeah, you might just rewind because I don't know if I have the heart to go over it again because it's not.
Listen, okay, Eddie.
It's not the greatest pick I've ever made, but
Eddie, I know how he handicaps, and it took him a while to get on this one. He spilled his guts, and he can't do it again. Yeah. So you're going to have to rewind.
You'll have to rewind it.
Yeah, he can't do it again.
I don't know that I can't make it up again.
No, he's been practicing all morning this bullshit. He came up with it, and he just can't. He can't remember what he said. So
I was on VSiN last night, and we were talking hockey for the majority of it. And then it's like, okay, there's like 2-3 minutes left in each segment, and they're like, okay, Preakness, what do you think? And I was sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, well, look, like I picked him and I'm not going back on it. And I honestly, listen, I seriously think he could do it. I really do. I may be crazy, but I think he could do it. But I got to thinking, it's like, is this the worst horse I've ever had to talk about on air when I'm not on Racing Dudes? And it's like, yeah, it easily is. Because the only time they ever have me talk about it is Derby, Belmont, stuff like the Breeders' Cup. I'll talk about it some. It's like, yeah, now I'm on here. And Patrick, who follows it, Patrick was on with Samich live for the Derby for 4 hours. He's like, I've never even heard of talking. And he actually follows the sport a little bit. I was like, yeah. I trust me, like he is a horse. But look, I think Irad getting aboard is fantastic. And I think the horse runs his best race of his career, on Saturday.
Yeah.
So give it a shot.
What you're hoping for is Irad and his brother get in another duel, and this time Irad wins.
Listen.
Of course, his brother's on Chip Honcho. That means he'd be second. That'd be good.
That'd be all right. Joel Rosario off. Irad Ortiz on. Okay.
That's a big difference.
That's 3 buyer points for me personally.
Yeah.
So his best buyer is an 87. So that elevates him to a 90.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 90 could win it.
Oh, yeah.
It's possible. I think it's going to take more like a mid 90s, but a 90 could.
Yeah.
Okay. So if let's say he runs a 90, that's better than any race Incredible has ran. And again, we're just talking about buyers. All right. It's one factor, but go with it for a second.
Yeah.
If I think he can improve to a 90 just from the jockey, okay, that's better than anything Incredible it's ever done. Right now, he may very well improve in this race too. Right. I think Incredible has a right to improve. So you're already in the realm at least. Right. Okay. I think the horse needs to come from out of it. I don't think he really wants to be on the lead. Okay. Maybe we can get another point or two there. It's his 3rd race off the layoff. He has excuses for the first race why he didn't run very well. Second race, not really a ton of excuses. Okay, maybe we can add a point or two there with a little bit of a different. All of a sudden, it's like, can we run a 93 buyer? I think he could, and he's at least going to be 12-1. I think it's going to be more like 15, but maybe you get 12. If he can get to a 93, I like my chances. He may run 3rd or 4th with a 93, but he's going to be there, and that's why I went with him. I just kept going back and thinking, I think there's definite chance this horse could run better than he has. And if he runs just a little bit better, he's just as good as everybody in the field. That's where I was at with him. Right. So he may run 8th. I don't really care. I'm not taking those horses at shorter prices when you can get this one. I'm just not going to ever do it. So it is what it is.
Keep talking. No pun intended. You might get yourself convinced here.
No, listen. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I am 1,000% aboard this horse in this race.
Okay.
All right. I am not wavering off the top pick. That's it.
No, you can't now.
I don't ever. Like, it's a horse race. You're going to pick the horse that you think's got the best chance, and that's it. That's the horse.
That's what you do.
Once the race is over, there's no regrets, because if you knew the results, you would pick the right horse every time. So it could very well turn out that it was a terrible pick. But if you're on Napoleon Solo, it could very well turn out to be a terrible pick. There's not any horse in this race that you don't have the chance to look like a real moron after it's over. Except true. Maybe for Incredible. I do just feel like Incredible is going to be there, right? But if you are picking a maiden to win the Preakness and he doesn't win, you're going to look at it and go, why did I do that, right? Like, if you're picking Taj Mahal, who's never been in a really tough race to win, and he doesn't win, I mean, you're going to regret it. Like, there are holes to poke in all of them, every one of them. So, like I said, you do wheel back to Incredible, and I do think if you're going to bet him, you're going into the race thinking he's going to fire, right? Like, I just question, and that's why I've got him on all the tickets, because I do think Incredible feels like a reliable horse, you know. The rest of them, like, if you told me, hey, Napoleon Solo took him gate to wire and won, I'd go, yeah, I could see it. If you told me he faded to 10th, I could go, well, I could see that too, you know. Same with Taj Mahal, really. I mean,
well, you could even say on Incredible, if he ran all the way around and finished 5th, and he was 5th all the way around, you could see that too.
I would not be shocked at all if he does that. Not even a little bit shocked if he does that. Because he kind of feels like that to me. He kind of feels like he's gonna just kind of run his kind of race and run his fractions, and that might just be good enough to win. But it might be good enough for 3rd or 4th or 5th. Yeah. So, all right.
We've spent 45 minutes talking on the shittiest race of all. That's pretty good.
As I say, I think I'm done. I don't think I can go any further with this.
You have nothing else to prove.
No, I don't. Well, I just don't, you know. I don't know what else to really say. This is one of the, you could sit there and talk in a circle about this. And, and like I said, even like with Dennis, it's like, personally, I just can't see it with Great White. But if he runs well and wins or hits the board, is that really like if I text you, because you're probably not going to watch this race, if I text you and go, hey, Great White got third, I mean, are you going to fall out of your chair?
No.
Me neither. Me neither. So,
a maiden got third in the Kentucky Derby.
right.
No.
So it's oh man. So I don't know. All right, let's just quickly go through this.
Right.
And we'll get out of here. All right. We'll start NHL because that's what I pulled up first here. Canadian Sabres, game 5 tonight. Great game. It should be. This has been a great series. Both teams split their home games. So who wins tonight in game 5?
I think the tide turned. I watched all of the game 4.
Yep.
And Montreal had every chance in the world to win that game because Buffalo was so undisciplined.
Yeah.
And Buffalo kicked a P-Wadden out of them, I thought, 5-on-5. I thought they were much faster.
Yeah.
If they can get themselves more disciplined, they took some of the dumbest penalties. And, Lindy Ruff, you could just tell he was just livid over there, That's the coach, right, at Buffalo?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, he was just like he was wanting to kill some of those guys for some of those penalties.
Super pissed off. Yeah,
they were brutal penalties. I mean, high sticking. These two teams hate each other. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And if they didn't hate each other before this series, they do now.
Mm-hmm.
Classic hockey. If you like old time hockey, this is it.
Yep.
But I think the worm turned. I think Buffalo got the better of them. They won the game they had to. They should have lost. Montreal had them. Had their foot on them, couldn't finish them off. I like Buffalo tonight.
Yeah, it reminds me a whole lot of the first series for Montreal where it felt like that as well with Tampa. They just could not, they blew game 4. They came back and won game 5. Then they blew game 6 at home.
Mm-hmm.
Montreal tonight. Give me the Canadians. I think
okay.
They go in there.
Well, the value's on them.
Yep.
The under that's another one, even though it's 5.5. 3-2 seems to be the score in these games. So
yeah,
that's good too. It's been a great series.
It has.
And, so far in the East, the best team has survived so far, which is Carolina. Buddy of mine, we were talking about this. This series has a great chance to go 7.
Mm-hmm.
Is Carolina going to sit around way too long?
Yeah, there was a debate. We had that discussion last night too, and it was kind of how long is too long?
Yeah.
And will Carolina come out, especially game 1, and not have that edge?
Yeah.
Here's the other deal: whoever Carolina gets, Buffalo or Montreal, either one, this is their toughest challenge by far so far.
Oh, no doubt.
These two teams are good, and Carolina's going to be in for a fight in that.
They
series.
are. The other thing is that whoever comes out of this, if it goes 7, they're going to be wore out.
That's the problem.
They take them a game or 2 to get their legs back under them because this is taking everything out of them.
I think Montreal bounces back and wins tonight. I really love how this team plays on the road. They've been so good on the road.
I'll tell you what.
One of the best road teams in the NHL all season.
They are.
And
well, look at their record, 24-9-8 away, and they've done very well in the playoffs as well.
Yep.
If they come back and win this tonight, they are truly a very, very good team.
I said this last night. I said they're going to win. They're going to win tonight. I feel it. They're going to win this game. They better not lose game 6 this time because they're not winning game 7 on the road again, in my opinion.
No, probably not. That's asking a whole bunch.
I think they're winning this one tonight. They've got the better goaltender. I think they'll play better. I think they'll bounce back. They have in the playoffs the whole time. I think they're winning tonight.
It's going to be a great one.
It will be definitely going to
be a great one. Yep.
Speaking of great games, I thought Game 5 Anaheim Golden Knights was one of the better games of the postseason. It was just a war out there, a battle, and the Golden Knights find a way in overtime to get it done 3-2. They go to Anaheim now for Game 6. It's pretty much a pick 'em game at this point. Who do you like in this one?
This is tough. Vegas. I don't think Anaheim's quite there yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that Game 5, they should have won that game. Or
they had it. They had it. Yep.
Man, it's hard to get right back up there for a Game 6 against a seasoned veteran team like Vegas. So if I was going to pick who's going to win, I would take Vegas tonight. Just don't think Anaheim's quite there. I've been very impressed with them, though. They're up and coming.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be nails down the line. I like the under in this one.
I could see that. Yeah.
6.5 is what I got this morning. I don't know if it's gone down or not.
Yeah,
so I took the under. I don't think this will be a very high scoring game.
Yeah, I like that play. I could see the under for sure tonight. I think Vegas wins the game tonight.
Yeah,
Anaheim has outplayed Vegas for a large part of this series. They really have. And it's one of those things where Vegas, I think just that experience edge is showing. Anaheim, their best players are so young. And they can't quite beat them.
Yeah.
Even though it feels like they're the better team, they can't quite do it.
Yeah, they're a year away, maybe.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they're gonna be tough for a while. Listen, Anaheim, the third period they had once they fell behind, they played so good. They tied that game with 2 minutes left, and I was texting all my friends, and John White was at the game, and him and Frank Miramati, a track announcer at Santa Anita, they were at the game in Vegas the other night. And I kept texting and I'm like, man, they got to close it out. I just felt like, they were playing with 5 defensemen. McNabb got thrown out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And those defensemen looked exhausted. Their main guys were playing the whole game, basically. Mm-hmm. And I kept telling him, man, if they give up this lead, I don't think they can beat them. And when they scored, I just that's it.
It was I haven't got to. I can't. Here's my problem. I can't stay awake through the second intermission.
Yeah, it's tough.
I can make it till then, but boy, that second one is tough. I always go to sleep, and so I haven't got to watch as much of this as I have the early games.
Yeah,
but man, this is.
Yeah.
These playoffs have been incredible.
Yeah,
I don't know what if you're a hockey fan. I don't know what you want. This has been fantastic.
Yes, I've enjoyed every second of it. And I will tonight as well. Well, I suppose I'm going to say, we're going Vegas. You're going under. We'll see what happens there. Colorado and Colorado, Minnesota. Colorado comes back from 3-0 to win last night. Is it a situation where they're not going to get
They are so good.
It's incredible.
And, I didn't turn it on until it was 3-0. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I texted you. I said, what's going on here?
Yeah.
It was 3-0, but it was first period. And I just thought, if they can somehow get that next goal, they're going to beat them.
And they
and
did.
They shut their – and, Minnesota is really good.
Yeah.
They are good.
Yeah.
They just couldn't beat them. And so we've got the 2 best teams in each league have survived to the finals of their league. And that's good. That's good. We haven't had that major upset anywhere yet. I think Colorado is going to beat either one of these teams, but if Vegas gets through here, they're tough to beat. So
yeah,
it'll be a good series. I don't think they're going to roll over Vegas.
I am praying Vegas wins this series because I am definitely going to Vegas, Colorado to at least a game or two. That is a lot.
You definitely want to see that because
I will be at the other thing is I wanted to go to this round, but it's it's Triple Crown.
You got to wait.
But now you've got some leeway. I'm definitely going. So I'm hoping they get it done. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
You could go to Denver or Vegas. It wouldn't matter.
I know. And that's a great place to go watch a game in Denver as well. So we'll see. All right.
By the way, the fans, I'm telling you, Montreal, it's a zoo.
I so badly want to go to a game there once, a playoff game. It's incredible to watch that on TV.
Everybody's got a hockey jersey on. Every single person.
I know. It's unbelievable. Oh, the crowds have been incredible.
The people outside, if you got claustrophobia at all, how do you stand it? My God, you're just in this throng of idiots.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like hockey. Nothing.
I thought, and I think the Canadian markets will never match it ever. I mean,
No.
it's incredible. But I thought the crowd, and they had reasons to cheer, but I thought the crowd in Colorado last night was incredible.
Well, yeah,
they were
good
going
too.
insane, and they had a ton of people outside too. I don't know if you saw that.
Everybody's doing that now.
Yeah.
And then when they're on the road, they open the arena up, and there were some places, and everybody's in their arena.
Yep.
Watching
Well,
the game.
It was crazy. Anaheim is not really a place where you would think that. They have been crazy. They had they were packed in the arena for Game 5 when they were on the road, and the atmospheres there has been great too. So
it's hockey fans. Once you get hooked, and there's nothing like it. So.
Isn't it amazing though that the as great as the crowds are, the road team keeps winning a lot of these games?
It doesn't bother them.
Yeah, no.
That's a sport. Home ice does mean something, but hockey players don't. It doesn't matter to them
because they're tough.
Well, yeah, they're tough, and
tough as hell.
So much up to the goalie too.
Well, how about last thing on hockey? Then we'll get to your basketball. How about Pavel Dorofeyev in game 5? Talk about how tough these guys are. Okay, he scores the first goal of the game to give him the lead. He takes a puck to the unpadded part of his knee.
Yeah. How about that one that got hit in the face the other night?
Well, that too. Yeah. Yeah. McKinnon takes a puck right to the face.
Right in the face.
Yeah. He's back out there in no time.
Yeah.
Pavel Dorofeyev can't put any weight on his knee.
Mm-hmm.
He can't even skate off the ice. He goes to the locker room, and again, I'm texting John, and I'm like, this is terrible because Dorofeyev is a great player.
Yeah.
He comes out there, but he comes back in the third period. You can tell he's out there, but he can barely move. And you're like, oh, God, this guy scores the game winner in overtime. I mean, they're a different breed of cat. It's unbelievable. If that happened to somebody in the NBA, they'd miss 6 months.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
don't even go there. Yeah.
Well, how about Hughes gets his tooth knocked out in the Olympic gold medal game and then scores the game-winning goal like 10 minutes later?
Well, a broken nose, your teeth knocked out. They don't have teeth anyway, most of them, and that's nothing.
Oh, right.
Guy gets a daggum stick right in the face.
Yep.
Just takes that stick and wham, hits him right in the face, and down he goes. He's bleeding all over the place. He gets a couple of stitches, and he's right back in there. So
they literally go to the locker room and stitch him up, and he's back out there, and he might miss 2 shifts. It's crazy. It's crazy.
2 shifts. It's just how long can you sew him up?
Yeah. But with the Dorofeyev thing, I mean, you can't do anything for a knee. He may have a broken leg, but I mean, obviously he doesn't. But that's crazy. It's crazy. He came back out. That could be tough. And then I kept thinking, just get him out, guys. Like he can't move, but he's out there, And then look what happens. So
I know,
crazy.
It's incredible.
All right, let's get to the basketball. So we've got Oklahoma City already advancing, so we know that. We got the Knicks; they're already advancing as well. So 2 series left. A big choke job in Detroit last night. The Pistons blew they had that game. I don't know what.
They can't. They've had 2 or 3. I mean, they
choked it away.
They did.
Now this is Friday night, by the way. We got to go to Cleveland. Does Cleveland finish the job here?
I think so.
I do too.
They're undefeated at home.
Yeah.
Harden has in the last 2 games have been great.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always had a knock. He's terrible in the playoffs, and he usually is, but he's been really good in the last couple of games. Cleveland's good. Mm-hmm. And the Pistons are challenged offensively. And if you can stop Cunningham, they struggle a little bit. Yeah, I think Cleveland finishes them off. What a comeback last night and a great overtime period. I thought Detroit had them. That was one of my best bets, and I didn't really like that bet very well. But there wasn't much to bet, and I thought 4 points, and they were up 8 with a couple of minutes to go.
Yeah,
or it was maybe a little more than that, and got it into overtime. Well, they just blew it in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then overtime, Cleveland took it to them.
So they were what were they? How big of a favorite were they last night?
4.
Were they 4? Okay, didn't they pretty much have that covered the whole game?
The whole game. Yeah. So they've done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
So I like Cleveland to finish it off. And then Cleveland and the Knicks have been very, very good.
Yep.
So we'll just have to see what happens there. But
Well,
Cleveland's tough at home.
You talk about betting and how you could kind of maybe feel like you did the right thing and just have no luck. So last night you lost that game.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Brewers, and the Brewers were 1 out away.
Oh.
And not only were they 1 out away, there was nobody on base. And then he gives up a hit, and then he walks a guy. And I'm like, this is trouble. 3-run homer, 3-1. They lost the game. The other part of it is they scored 1 damn run. But
I wanted to take the under in that game, and I'm kicking my ass that I didn't. I did take the over in another one, and I got it. But those were my 2 best baseball bets because we had 2 great pitchers going in that San Diego Milwaukee game.
Yeah, and I should. You're right. The under was the play, but
the under was only 5 though. The under was very low.
Well, it should have been.
Yeah, that was a little scary. The under was because you never know. They get into that bullpen and boom.
I know. Well, Mizorowski pitched 7 innings and shut him out, and then they brought in Ashby, and Ashby's a great setup man, and he shut him down, and Uribe couldn't get him out. I mean, he did actually. The first 2 outs were as easy as you could possibly be. And I was like, all right, they got this.
Yeah, they got it.
And then,
Yeah.
All right, Spurs Timberwolves, before we get out of here, the Spurs are 4.5-point favorites on the road. Can they close out the Timberwolves in game 6?
Well, they're definitely better. They would have won game 4, but Wemby got kicked out.
Yep.
And that's pretty controversial. They didn't get suspended, but he's a star, so they're not going to suspend him in the playoffs. Come on.
100%. Yep.
I love this bet. I like San Antonio to do away with. They're better than Minnesota. Minnesota's gritty. They're not as good. 4.5, if that stays right around in there, I think San Antonio finishes them off, and then we're going to have a classic Oklahoma City, San Antonio finals.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that's going to be what's going to happen. I agree with you. I think San Antonio closes them out as well. What do you think, Spurs Thunder? Who wins?
I don't think anybody's beating the Thunder.
Yeah, I agree.
They need to get Williams back. I don't know whether he's going to be or not, but they're so good. They are just so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And San Antonio's handled them all 4 times they played them, but the Thunder haven't been healthy when they beat them.
Yeah.
And San Antonio's awfully young. But I don't think it's going to be a sweep or anything like that, but I think in the end the Thunder will get them.
Yep.
You know, the Thunder are so balanced, and they got this Mitchell. I think they got him at the trade deadline or so. This guy is unbelievable for them.
Mm-hmm.
He's really helped take some pressure off Shea.
Yep.
And it's going to be a good series. I think the Thunder are a little bit better, but we'll see. They better be on their game. By the way,
good.
I think we need to talk just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Lakers,
mm-hmm.
they did everything they could do, but look whose big ass is sitting over there on the bench.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So Dallas might have been smart. I don't know.
Well, I
think they got the number 1 pick again in the draft too.
Dallas did?
I think so. So it'll be 2 years in a row on that.
Yeah.
And there he is sitting over there. And, you know, they were rolling, and then suddenly he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And that left, they just didn't have enough to beat the Thunder. You got to have more than LeBron and Austin Reeves to beat the Thunder, and they didn't have it. They couldn't keep up with them. So
no, they were outmanned. I thought a couple of those games you watch, well, especially game 4, but even, you know, some of game 2, some of game 3, you're like, maybe they're going to win this game. Talking about the Lakers, but they didn't have enough guys.
No, and you know, everybody's on LeBron's ass. Well, let's see. He averaged 24 points and 14 rebounds a game. That ain't bad.
He's old. Like
he's not he's not the player he was, but
he's still really good. Yeah.
He's very, very, very good. And I think every team in the league would take him.
Yeah.
If they could pay the salary. And
right.
You know, people are saying, is he going to be in LA next year? And I can't see him retiring. Do you know he's 42 years old?
Is he? I didn't realize he was that old. Wow.
I think he's going to be 42.
Man, that's crazy.
Think about it. He's played.
Yeah, he's been around
for a
forever.
long time.
Yeah, he has.
And
Man,
he's
wild.
He's still huge. He comes down that lane and people get out of the way.
Yep.
I forget who. Oh, it was Chet Holmgren, who's not big. He's tall, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not beefy.
So he's a lot taller than LeBron. LeBron came down the lane, and Chet kind of tried to get in the way, and LeBron knocked him in about the fifth row. He was like a bowling ball coming down through there. And it wasn't Chet didn't get set or anything, but you could tell Chet didn't want anything to do with him. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Big Luka sitting on the bench.
It's definitely kind of telling, kind of goes back to, I don't know what's wrong with him though. I
don't either. He missed, some guys are just hurt all the time.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's sometimes it just kind of becomes their identifiers a little bit.
It's
like, oh, he's hurt. Well, yeah, he's always hurt. Yeah.
He's always hurt.
Yeah.
As well, it's just like when you're handicapping the Sixers, the first thing you look for is Embiid playing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, game time decision. Okay, we can't bet them.
Right.
Curry's out. He's hurt all the time. Jimmy Butler, I don't think he has ever been anything but questionable for a game, and that's been for 10 years. So
yeah, right. Yeah. All right. Well,
anyway,
we're gonna get out of here. Like I said, got a lot going on. What do you got going today? You said you got softball going.
Oh, today. I've got Division II softball at Missouri Southern for the weekend. It's going to be great. Great team, and it's going to be fun. So I'm going there at 3 today. If they win, they play tomorrow. I think at 2 maybe. I don't know. Okay. So you want to win that first game.
This is do they do it just like Division I? Like this is the regional, and then they do a super regional?
Yeah. There's 4. Okay. In the region, there were 8 teams selected. 4 of them are playing here, and 4 of them are playing over at Pitt State. And then the 2 winners will hook up next week. And if Southern wins, it'll be here, and it'll be a best 2 out of 3. So,
gotcha. All right.
Yeah, and then they go on to the World Series. So,
all right. Well, hopefully they get the job done. I know there's another people in our family that'll probably be at softball at Arkansas this weekend.
Well, they're coming today to Southern too. So,
they are coming to Southern today. So, yeah, big softball weekend, I guess, coming up. Yeah, that's awesome. All right.
The thing about softball is it's very fast.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's
no
time between innings.
You know what the best thing about softball today in Joplin, Missouri is?
You're not going.
Well, I honestly, if I didn't have 4 effing shows to do, I would almost think about it because it's beautiful here.
It's gorgeous.
Oh man, what a weekend for it.
They couldn't have had more luck.
I would sit outside and do about anything if you could just sit outside and relax.
The issue at Southern is there's not much seating.
Okay.
At the softball field. And the other problem was it's not turf. So if it rained, it was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Now, Joplin High School has turf. And I'm assuming they could have gone over there if they had to. But anyway, there's not a lot of seating. They put in a few extra bleachers, but I went to the Division II baseball thing here 2 years ago. There's not that many people that go, so I don't think it'll be a problem.
Yeah.
Especially today at 3:00.
This is a tough sell today because everybody's, working or theoretically.
But, they're 48-7. They've made 1 error in the last 11 games.
That's crazy.
This team is good.
Yeah.
If they were going to choke, I think they would have. Because Southern has a history of choking.
Yeah.
I don't see this team doing it. Their pitching is great. They have a chance. So we'll see what happens.
Got here just in time for the PGA Championship predictions.
Really?
I'm going to go. Let's see. Phil Mickelson, is he in it? Tiger, is he playing?
No.
Who else?
I didn't even
Montgomery, is he playing it?
Colin's been out a few years.
I got to be honest. I couldn't name you 5 professional golfers.
I can, but I even forgot it was on.
Yeah.
That's how much I watch it anymore. They're all. I'll take what's his name, Scheffler or whatever his name is.
I do know him. Yeah. Okay, I'll take
that.
him.
Would be my pick, and I'll go. You got to throw Rory in there somewhere.
Rory won the Masters, right?
Yeah, he did,
and that was back-to-back years, right?
I think so. Yeah. He's one of a 4 or 5 2-time winners. Yeah.
Okay. I think his luck has run out. I don't think he can.
I'm not picking him. No.
Okay. All right. Let's go, Scotty.
Scotty Sky. He's my pick.
All right.
I'm trying to think of one more.
I don't know either. What about that guy everybody doesn't like? He's over on Live. What's that guy's name?
John Rahm?
John Rahm, is that him?
Is that the one? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll go John Rahm.
There's another big long hitter. I can't think.
Yeah.
I know the name if I saw it.
Okay.
Well, I think he's in Live too. So
okay. Well, we're a long hit out of here. Guys, have a good rest of your day. I won't. I have to do shows, but some people get to go outside today, not me. But we'll be back.
I can't wait.
Have fun over there.
All right.
Over at Southern. Have fun, guys. Yeah, Bryson. There you go, Bryson.
Yeah. Bryson, somebody.
Yeah. Or somebody Bryson. Could be a last name. Who knows? All right, we'll get out of here, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend. If you're betting Preakness, watching hockey, watching basketball, watching baseball, you can do any of it. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you back here next week.